Hey everybody, KC here. So listen, it's summertime. So anybody who's getting on a plane knows that there's at least a possibility and maybe even a likelihood of delays. And a lot of it's weather, thunderstorms, all that kind of stuff. There's always obviously technical issues. There's Newark Airport, which tends to create problems for almost everybody. A friend of mine wasn't going anywhere near Newark. He was going from Savannah to DC to Frankfurt. And the plane was delayed coming out of Savannah, gets to Washington, DC. Everything is, the flight has left, so they're stuck in DC overnight. It's a nightmare. Anyway, I was reading an Inc. piece, and the writer was talking about how, as bad as it is, it always feels worse when you're on the plane for two reasons. One is you have no control, and two, you generally have no information. But the writer was talking about this Delta flight that had recently been taken, and it says basically, and the thing was delayed, and delayed, and delayed, and delayed. And then the writer says, after we had all boarded and settled into the growing frustration of the unknown, the pilot stepped out of the cockpit, walked to the cabin, stood where we all could see him, and addressed the entire plane face to face. I want to start with an apology, he said. Just one sentence, 7 words to be exact, is all it took to make a huge difference in the overall experience for everyone on board. Nothing about the delay was his fault. Pilots don't schedule thunderstorms or control air traffic flow. He hadn't caused the delay. He certainly wasn't to blame for the chain reaction it was causing in all of our carefully planned travel itineraries. But he still began with an apology. The writer goes on. In that moment, the mood in the plane shifted. The pilot didn't magically make the delay go away, and it didn't guarantee that everyone would make their connection. But it did some things almost as powerful. It made everyone feel seen. It made everyone on the plane feel like someone understood how frustrating the situation was and cared enough to acknowledge it. And basically, the piece makes the following point: this pilot's approach scored in 3 different ways. Number one, he went to the passengers, right? He didn't do it from the cockpit over the loudspeaker, right? He came out and he faced the passengers. He made it personal, and that's incredibly important for leadership. Number 2, he was empathetic. He wasn't talking about his problems. He was talking about the passengers' problems. He empathized with them. Incredibly important. And number 3, he made it clear that he was on the passenger side, right? And that's everything. Every good leader does that. You make the point to the people who either work for you or your customers that you're on their side, right? You're an advocate for them. You're just protecting your own rear end, if you will. And the piece goes on. Great leaders don't just acknowledge problems. They make it clear that they're going to do what they can to help. Even if the solution isn't perfect, knowing someone's in your corner makes a world of difference. Because of one sentence, 7 words spoken sincerely by a leader who showed up, showed empathy, and then showed that he cared. In a world full of frustration, delay, and disconnection, that's the kind of leadership that people remember. I totally agree. Anyway, that's what's on my mind. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.